Some of you may or may not be aware of who Bougie B is. Bougie B is another chef. She has her own line of seasonings, and she is a friend of Chef Carmen and Tay. Okay. I think their relationship is fairly new. I think maybe a year or so. And she has caught some backlash from being associated with Chef Carmen. Apparently, um, people called her job and got her fired. And now it sounds like Boss Lady is sending people to locate her personal information because it sounds like she's under the impression that Chef Carmen may have played a part in her seasoning line. So is she trying to sue? Check out what what Bougie B had to say and let me know your thoughts.
Live really quick. So, I have had multiple emails or messages sent to me regarding Miss Boss Lady. I don't even know who this lady is. But her name from her post is Miss Boss Lady. Apparently she's asking, now have in mind y'all, a couple of weeks ago, a bunch of people contacted my job. And, a bunch of people contacted my job, and we all know the end result of that. And a lot of the times, when you either whether I made a post or whatever, when I took my little social media break for a couple of days, because I was to that point where I was like, okay, I feel the old Karen coming, and I've done too much to grow from that Karen, and I'm not about to allow anybody to take me back to that person, because I know how reckless I can be, and I'm not going there. So I had to take a couple of days off from social media just so that I can collect my thoughts and get back into my moment where it's like, okay, Karen, focus on your growth and don't go back to reckless Karen that didn't care. Like, I don't care now, but the reckless Karen was reckless. When I tell you I was reckless, I was reckless. So when I felt myself going back into that space, I said, this is the moment where I need to go ahead and take me a step back and collect myself before I go there. Okay? So we all know the outcome of what all the stuff that took place with that. Do y'all hear that? It's a whole bunch of dogs howling in the background. I'm sorry, they just threw me off. But we all know the outcome of that. So, with that being said, instead of me sitting in that moment where it's like, okay, I'm not gonna feel sorry for myself. I'm not gonna be doing none of that, because it was getting to the point where it was kind of slightly, and a lot of people that I've talked to, they know this already, but it was starting to affect my health. And once it starts to affect my health, I can't do it. So I said, okay, I'm not gonna sit here and allow this for me to sit in this moment. Get it together and keep it moving. So that's what I've been doing. But I want to come on here because, once again, my name is in people's mouths that I've never met, don't know nothing about. I don't speak on these people, don't know nothing about them, okay? And clearly, they don't know nothing about me. So I'm going to nip this in the bud right now. And like I said, after this live, I'm not speaking on it anymore. And it is what it is. Hey, Miss Sandra, sorry if I missed anybody that spoke. But I had, a couple of messages be sent to me stating that people were looking for my address with screenshots to prove it. Now, I'm only going to say this one time, because you've already had people searching and doing whatever they were doing to find out where I worked at, and I never released where I worked at, never on social media. And for you all to contact my job back to back to back to back to back to back to back over a course of 2 days, which led to the issue that took place, that was straw number one. If my home address gets leaked, y'all better make sure that y'all have legal representation on hand. Because if my home address gets leaked, you don't have to try to find my address. If you go to my website, scroll on down to the very bottom of the page, or go to the privacy policy, there is my business address. You don't have to search. And my name is not hard. It's Karen Anderson. So if you want my name, come directly to the source. Don't send people to try to find something because you feel like you're going to sue me because a seasoning line that I dropped and been planning for over a year. If you're going to go that route, ensure that you have all of your facts straight, because if anybody was to go back months, you all know when I came in contact with Miss Carmen. So as I stated, I'm not going back and forth with nobody. I'm not doing this social media stuff. I'm not a social media person. I deal with stuff offline. But you need to make sure that you have your cold, hard facts together when it comes to me. So if you want to get attorneys involved, make sure that you give them my number. My number is also located on my website, so that way they can give me a call. And maybe you need to do the same thing and ask questions. But I have been working on my seasoning line for almost over a year. I met Carmen in December. So you better make sure you have your cold, hard facts together, because everything that I do is completely different for whatever you got going on over there in your land of seasoning. It has nothing to do with me. Carmen has nothing to do with my brand. I've spoken on this multiple times. And it's funny that these trolls are always switching the narrative to something when it's not. This morning when we went live, Carmen was talking about her website and asked me about a sale that I was having. Everybody that's been following my page, which my page has been up for almost over a year, all know that I've been working on my cookbook as well as my seasonings way before I met Carmen. I had a name way before I met Carmen. So please find y'all some business. And like I said, y'all don't have to come searching for me. I'm right here. If you want questions answered, if you need my address, my business address, you better go on my website and find it. Because I'm telling you now, if my home address gets leaked, you're going to have more issues than some seasonings. And I can promise you that. And I don't make threats. That is a promise. You're thinking you're going to get attorneys involved. It's going to be a whole nother issue, because y'all have already done the most with my job. Already done the most of my job. Everybody is so gun-ho on, oh, I want to bring Carmen down. I want to do this. I want to do that to Carmen. Everybody that Carmen comes in contact with, y'all want to find a way to try to drag them. The thing is, when y'all did what y'all did with my job, I took that as God saying, hey, it's time for you to make sure that you're going full throttle into things that you've been called to do. I am more than just a content creator. I'm an author. I speak up about sexual abuse victims, especially child molestation victims. I am more than that. So me being able to step back into what my calling is way bigger than what y'all got going on over there. I don't think about y'all. Carmen doesn't talk about y'all when she's around me. We don't talk about nothing dealing with whatever she has going on, because why? We're not focused on that. We're focused on moving forward in growth. And a lot of y'all need to take accountability for all the mess and chaos that y'all causing to other people's lives. I'm the wrong bitch. The wrong one. And I stay quiet a lot of the time. But when it comes to the privacy of my family, and y'all continuing to try to dox people's addresses and to try to get people to search for stuff, I'm telling you now, y'all better come with cold hard facts. And you better ensure that my address is not leaked. And every single person that is caught in them screenshots, oh yeah, baby, trust me, I let the job thing go, but I ain't gonna let this go. So I want y'all to take a little bit of ownership and take a note from my book. Stop being worried about what other people got going on, especially if you don't know them. You don't know me from a can of paint, never did know me from a can of paint. Y'all didn't know nothing about me until December when I met Carmen. Not only that, the day after I appeared on live after meeting Carmen, y'all had me in T-Pages and didn't know me from a can of paint. So you already had a narrative going on about me, and you don't even know me. I'm not hard to find when it comes to my business address. It's on my website. And if smart people that have businesses knew that, they would know that, hey, most companies have their business address on their website. Go directly to my website. I have it's on there. And my name, it's on the website. My name. It's Karen. My last name is Anderson. If you want to have your attorney contact me, please let them do so.
Now here is her website is Bougie Bitches Cooks cook.com. BOUGIEBITCHESCOOK.com. Now I have been looking at her website actually for a while, saying I want to purchase some of her seasonings. This is her line of seasonings. I believe this is all of them. So if you want to check her out and support a small black business, go hit up the website. Not for doxing, but for support. Let's go.